Hello and welcome back to the early channel. And so in this vlog, I will be sharing my experience on tackling Tough Mudder for the very first time. I've put together a ton of footage for the event and I am eager to show and will explain everything from start to finish. All I can say is this is one of the best things I've ever done, and everything I tell you will pretty much sum this up. Anyway, let's begin. Before the start of the event, I was on my way there, but as I got to it, there was so much traffic. I was meant to arrive at 11 AM, but I didn't get there till just before 12. As my driver approached close to the event, I asked him to drop me off there so I can walk the rest of the way, as it will be quicker for me to get there. But I do feel for the drivers who have to sit and wait for hours and hours to get to the car park. And it took about 3 kilometers for myself and some others to get to the check-in, so I decided to run most of the way. So maybe that is what I call a pre-warm-up, I suppose.
There we go. Right, hey guys, so I'm just on my way to the event, but the traffic is ridiculous. So I'm walking the rest of the way, and hopefully we get checked in time to start. So anyway, I will see you on the course. See you then. And also it is raining, so this is going to be quite an interesting one.
Anyway, I made it to the event and approached to check in my entry, so I scanned the QR code, had in my ID, and been given 3 paper wristbands, 1 for the start entry, 1 for the bag collection, and 1 to go on my bag and walk with me. So I went through to the Mudder Village, I've gone to the loo, dropped my bag off, and I headed straight to the starting point. At the starting point, there is a warm-up session before we start. Now, this is what I call a get hyped session.
I tell you what, if there was a painting of a Scotswoman, that would be it, wouldn't it? And how is the prime time there? Do you approve? How are the many people out there running for a charity? Hands up, make some noise! Yes, we've got a team in the back as well. Seriously, well done. Amazing effort on behalf of charity. It's always fantastic to see that happening. Who's just running for themselves? Who's running to see their mate get electrocuted? Who did no training? Who's going to struggle after this hill? Legends! I'm not gonna lie, I don't think we've ever had such a difficult start in 20 metres at a Tough Mudder. Now, let me just understand who I'm pitching to. How many of you are complete first timers? Hello, newbies. Now, what would this be as a grenade warm-up zone without a load of free grenade bars? Who wants a free grenade bar? On that note, around the course, absolutely not for that as well, because there are obstacles at height. We don't want people falling back together, so that goes for everybody. If you do have to get somebody at a height today, absolutely do not put them on your shoulders, because no one's got their ability to put their hands down if you slip or trip or anything like that. So yeah, just to make that aware. Most important thing I'll say all day though, please, 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 if somebody needs a medic, do not go over and move or treat them. Go over, stand tall and put an X above your head like this. If you are doing anything with anybody at that time and somebody does that next to you, you stop what you're doing and you repeat it. Repeat, 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 all the way to a medic. The medic traces them back to where they started. So don't put your X down until that medic drives past you. So I've set an issue, I do this, what do you not do? Yeah, well done, you nailed it. Give yourself a round of applause.
So this includes some standard stretches in the arms and legs.
Good, start side to side jump. Loosen those arms up. Here comes the rain, baby! Swing those arms down low. Arms out, palms up. Clap at the top. Turn it into a twist. Take it down to the floor. down. And up. Good, switch on.
Hand clapping and singing, of course, to Bon Jovi's most legendary hits.
Oh, we're halfway there. Living on the bed.
Start walking those calves. Right, put your right foot next to your right hand. Put your left knee on the floor. Right hand in the air. Swap sides, left to left. Right knee on the floor, left hand in the air. Okay. Arms up, elbows in, out, up, everything. Turn and face a partner, or make a 3 or a 4.
And throwing sucker punches to the fellow mudder beside me. Not literally.
Yell the chorus at each other. Hell yeah!
Yeah!
Scott, you say that and Scott! Scott! I say tough! You say mother! Tough! Tough! Give yourself a round of applause.
And then we did the pledge, which as follows.
All of you lot, make sure that your right shoulder touches your left. Right to left, right to left, right to left, right to left. So come further forward, come forward, come forward, come forward. Link up, join up, lovely. Arms around each other when you get there. This is where it gets epic for us. Because these lot are going to really yell this back at us.
Come on there.
Before we go any further, one deep breath in and look up. And out. Repeat after me as loud as you physically can. As a tough mudder, I pledge that.
As a tough mother, I pledge that.
I understand that tough mudder is not a race but a challenge.
I understand that tough mother is not a race but a challenge.
I put teamwork and camaraderie before my course time.
I put teamwork and camaraderie before my course time.
I do not whine in the rain.
I do not whine in the rain.
The English whine in the rain.
The English whine in the rain.
I help my fellow mudders complete the course.
I help my fellow mothers complete the course.
Look someone in their eyes and say, I overcome all fears.
I overcome all fears.
Thank you, your job is done. You can get back down to the crowd for me. All of you lot, bounce it, count it, 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
go!
After the countdown, we sprint up the hill, ready to tackle the 23 obstacles along the 15k route that I did. So let's go and view each one. The first obstacle is lumberjacked. This is simply vaulting over a wooden beam. As you see in this clip, my GoPro actually fell off as I attempted to vault over. I had to stop 2 times because of this. But on the third one, I made it over and managed to get my GoPro back nice and safe. Easy obstacle this, if only I knew how to secure my GoPro to my chest mount properly, so I could have done it one go. Obstacle 2 is the kiss of mud. Just like the good old-fashioned army training routine, you simply crawl onto the barbed wires on your hands and knees in the mud. Mind you, I did get caught in the wire twice.
Done.
Obstacle 3 is Twinkle Toes. This is where you have to balance along the beam from one end to another. Because I was wearing my trail shoes for the first time in my life, I was a little worried I might slip over. But I didn't, and carefully made my way over. Nice, peaceful, and balanced. Obstacle 4 is the stairway to heaven. Easy this, piece piss. Just climb up the ladder, vault over to the other side, and back down. Just think of it like being on the pirate ship. Obstacle 5 is the mudder wheelbarrow. This is where you need your fellow mudder. Thankfully I came across the first person to do it with me. To do this, one mudder holds the legs while the other uses their upper body strength and hands to walk over for a little bit and then switch over. I've actually got a very good compliment, which I'm pretty surprised at this because I don't usually do this, especially in your 30s. Well, I used to do handstands as a kid too, so maybe that's where it came from.
Got it?
Yeah, go on then.
Do you want to go down?
I'll go down. I'll go down first. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's fine. Ready?
You got a place to happy with you. Good. Oh no, there's a switch point. That's the other switch point. Oh mate, look at this. How you feeling?
Yeah, alright.
Mate, you're solid by the way, upper body strength.
I've been practicing.
Eh?
I've been practicing, yeah.
Mate, I can tell, that's absolutely brilliant. Really good, keep it going, right up to the line, right up to the line. Oh, you're off. That'll do you there, mate.
Right, we can switch.
Fantastic.
Oh, cheers.
That was unreal, I've got lots to live up to now, that's it.
Yes, there we go. I'm ready, yeah. Okay. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
I also have to cut this bit out because, you know, as I was editing this, the second, as soon as we did the switch over, it did look like a very weird shot, so I just had to cut that bit out because it was a bit too awkward, especially when my GoPro on the chest, you know, it just sees right, you know.
Go.
You might want to delete that GoPro footage at that point.
Yeah.
Obstacle 6 is rubbernecking. This is where you carry a huge tyre over the hill, around, and back again. The tyre to me is not so heavy, and I think maybe we should have carried 2 on each of our shoulders, but we did it anyway. And that's that.
It's not heavy, but it's very heavy. Ooh. There we go. Right, so far I've done like 6 obstacles I think, and we're just fueling up with just water, and then we're going to carry on and do the next few obstacles. I think there's another water station on the way, so we're going to carry on. I'm still feeling good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, not bad. How are you getting on? Oh, good. Oh, yes. I'll see you over there.
Obstacle 7 is Creek Crusade. Very simply, just make your way over the creek. You'll go shin deep in the mud infested water. There are a lot of stones in it and you can't see it, so you have to watch your step.
Right, this is the Creek Crusade. Apparently it's deep, so let's go. Whew, it's nice and refreshing. I thought for a second this was like, I wonder who's gonna actually win. At least I got my hands wet. Do you know what? It's actually nice actually. It's not ridiculously cold.
I think we must have measured this like straight up to the one.
Obstacle 8 is Walk This Way. This is, to me, the most fun obstacle. However, it requires a group of fellow mudders to do it, and it also requires simple communication and coordination. So we all get strapped into a pair of wooden planks and just walk around the section. Once we get the communication and rhythm down, this was a breeze. After a bit of hiccups to start with, and my strap came off my shoes twice, maybe 3 times I think, we got back into the rhythm and we've plowed on through. I personally like this as well, so I actually did enjoy it.
Right, left, right, oh, left, right, left, right, left, right, oh, whoops, right, step on the right, that's it. I'm going to set my straps off again. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh, left, yep, right, oh, and then left, all to the left, yep, right again, left, oh, right, right, left, let them go forward, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And stop.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Oh, that was fun.
Obstacle 9 is just the tip, the first hanging obstacle. All I had to do was become a self-fisted alone and could hang my way over from A to B. This requires good grip and grit strength. For some odd reason my GoPro didn't record the actual doing part, but what I can tell you is I made it over the first part, but then when I tried to get a grip on the door handle, it was extremely slippery, so I decided to hang a little bit and try to reach for the second handle. However, as soon as my second hand reached the second handle, the grip is gone and I fell straight down. So anyway, the next clip will confirm this.
it's too slippery. That is too slippery.
Obstacle 10 is Funky Monkey, another hanging obstacle. Yay! In this one you have to swing your way over to the other side. Will I make it? Let's find out. So as you just saw there, I had to swing and descend on the first few bars, then I had to reach for the first spinning wheel. At first I was a little bit worried, but I managed to hold on. I had to turn the wheel over to the direction where I can grab onto the second spinning wheel, which I did successfully. And then as I approached the final spinning wheel, I've used too much of momentum and unfortunately I ended up dunking in the drink right at the last second anyway. I was so close to success. I ended up climbing back up to the platform instead of ladder which I did not see until I've been told, so now I know. Obstacle 11 is Devil's Beard, another army-style classic obstacle where you just crawl through under the net. Now I have been unfortunate as I've been caught in the net twice, especially the first time when my chest belt strap on my right shoulder just came off. Thankfully someone behind me unhooked it for me. We had to go through 3 different nets and they've got tied to each one. But this was alright though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just tasting on my head.
Oh shit. What's caught in the it's my chest strap. Oh, right. Oh.
I know you did. You did? I've never. Getting your back for tripping it up, yeah.
There we go. Alright, there we go.
Obstacle 12 on the hero walls. You have to climb over 2 high wooden walls. If you have the strength to get yourself up and over, then you can do this all by yourself. If not, you can use a fellow mudder to, give you a boost. I have successfully done this on both walls, as you can see, although on each one I did get a short cramp period as I got my legs over, but it had soon gone by the time I got back to the ground, so it's nothing. Obstacle 13 is the hero carry. I had to wait a little longer for a solo mudder to actually do this with, as the majority of them already were in groups or with partners. Basically, we had to carry each other's backs and walk over for a bit and then switch over and do it again one more time. In this clip, I offered to give a fellow mudder a piggyback, and then when we switched over, I was a little bit concerned, but after a few short timeouts, we've managed to make it through. And we actually chatted a little bit as we make our way to the next obstacle, which was very, very nice actually.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Right.
Well done. Thank you.
Right, switch. Oh. For this side.
Yay!
High
Thank
tense.
you so much.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. This is like the tricep dips. Let's go.
Obstacle 14 is pole dancer. This requires upper body strength, so you had to use 2 hands on each side of the poles and shuffle your way over to the other side. As it was raining, the poles got wet, which makes it harder to grip, but I managed to keep it under control after I almost fell, quickly recovered for it, and made it all the way.
Slippery. Yes.
I don't think you're meant to use your feet.
No.
Before we continue, I just want to say, before the 15th obstacle, my GoPro had died and won't allow me to record the rest of the course. So I had to use my phone to take shots of each obstacle that I did. Unfortunately, I can't record, myself doing it because it will be very awkward, and plus the phone that I'm using is very high value, so I don't want to risk, taking it with me and then just get it broke. So I will explain what happened in the last several obstacles as I'm showing you the clips now anyway. So just a heads up, take a breather. Let's continue.
Right, here's the situation. My GoPro all of a sudden has stopped working, and one of my shoulder straps came off again. So anyway, I will get some footage of the rest of the obstacles, but as I'm actually doing it, I'm not actually going to show you, but I'll just tell you all about it anyway. So right, I'm refueled. I'm ready to do the last set of courses.
Obstacle 15 is Mudderhorn. This is where you scale up a very high net, 40 feet up, 40 feet down. So we had to climb up 40 feet, lift our legs over the top, and scale down. If you're scared of heights, the best thing to do is to, as always, look up and not down, especially when you're scaling down. Before I did that, I offered to give somebody a boost up to the net by allowing them to stand on my knees, then shoulders, and the mudders above me, and try to pull them up to the platform. Obstacle 16 is skid marked. Now, this one to me was unexpectedly very difficult. Just a tip, the ledge I tried to hold on was pretty much slippery, so basically I can reach the top one anyway. So what I thought I had to do was, these ledges below, like the 2-3 platform things to put your legs on. So I thought you have to do a vertical climb, something like that. and then you try to reach your hand as you put your one hand there and your one hand up there. But the hand just won't actually grip. Now, my grip, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. And I think I should have done that. However, my hands were too soft, and I tried to dry my hands, but that didn't make any difference to me at all. So, fortunately, I just took a breather, took a step back, and then I've managed to get a couple of guys from above to like get my hand, and then I managed to pull myself up and over. So almost did it in a way, but well, one way or another I did it. So, but just not the way I want it to do anyway. So, but next time I'm thinking I'll probably just jump and grab the top ledge and then pull myself up, and then that should be it. Obstacle 17 is hydrophobia. This is where I had to get into the water and get under the pipes without, touching the pipes, like get your head up anyway. So the only way to do it is to like swim under it, The water is cold, but it is tolerable for me, so it's again a straightforward obstacle. Obstacle 18 is Crybaby. This is the one where I had to fall through a tight space, but there was meant to be some gas or fog covering it. So for some reason I held my breath for all this time. It didn't take me long though, as it was very short, and also I don't think there was any gas at all. It's just falling through under. Yeah, that's that. Obstacle 19 is Brain Freeze. This one is a combination of Arctic Enigma and Cage Crawl. So you have to swim on your back, making your way through cages in a pool of water with ice just added to it. I was expecting it to be ridiculously freezing. It turns out it really wasn't at all. Still, it was cold though. Obstacle 20 is Hanging Tough. So, if you watch Gladiators, then there is a game that's called Hang Tough. This is where the contender in Gladiator has to swing around 60 rings and blah blah blah. That's where they get their name from. So you have to swing your way through a few dangling Olympic rings with a long bar in between, and you need good grip and upper body strength and momentum as well. As I've grabbed 2 rings, unfortunately my string has gone down the drain and I couldn't grab onto the 3rd one, so oh well. Obstacle 21 is Human Gecko. If you know what a gecko is, well, this should be right on your street. In this one, you had to scale the walls by putting your fingertips on the top wooden holders and your feet on the bottom. If you have some climbing and bouldering experience, then you should nail this, and so did I, despite, me not actually done any bouldering at all, or doing the climbing walls or anything like that. However, I was confused about the layouts, so the first thing I did was I started with the one on the further left. So firstly I went through the middle one, and then I was trying to scale onto the next one, but I can see where it goes, but I just couldn't get my feet on it. So I jumped off and then went on to the one opposite side, and then started from there and then scale my way through. And then I decided to jump off, do the last lot, and then just rang the bell, and that's it. So it is hard, but I've managed to do it. So Obstacle 22 is the Pyramid Scheme. This is the ultimate teamwork obstacle. To do this, you had to offer a boost to someone, and the mothers at the top tried to pull them up to the top. That's it. To be honest, a couple of mothers did offer me assistance to get up there first, as they were waiting for someone, I think. The guys above me gave me a hand, and I helped ease the load by pulling myself up with my legs over the top and done. I stayed around to help a few other mothers pull up, although the last one ended up being cross-armed. I really didn't know how that happened, but we managed to, one way or another, get them up, and bingo. The last obstacle has to be the electroshock therapy. It's not like, a Tough Mudder without that obstacle anyway. So, all you have to do was to run through many dangling wires that contained 10,000 volts And according to a huge number of people, if you do get a shock, it feels like you're being punched by a large, strong man. So this is like the ultimate grit and mentality. So when I did it, so the first thing I do was my plan was to just do it, basically. Like, I just don't give an S. I just, ran straight as quick as I can, get my head down, eyes forward, and just go for it in the hope that, I was expecting to be zapped one way or another because, to think of it, how many wires were there? However, I didn't get zapped at all. Although there was a guy at the front told me one of the wires did actually hit me, but it must have hit the plastic, which I think is my chest mount from the GoPro. Or maybe I'm just very resistant to electric shocks. But I doubt it. Again, I actually did it without getting shocked, so I'm really happy with that. But I do feel sorry for those who do get zapped though, so...
Well, I've only just gone and done it, yes. 15k Tough Mudder for the first time. I've achieved it. There we go, there's the medal. I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm a little exhausted, but not as exhausted. But anyway, I will explain more as we get into the vlog. Right now, I'm gonna head off, enjoy a nice brew, and then, yes, enjoy the rest of the day.
And that's the 15k Tough Mudder course completed. Received the headband, medal, and shirt for finishing it. And wow, what a day it has been. I am so glad and proud to do this, and this is something I don't normally do. I have been physically and mentally preparing for this for a couple of months, but I've been focusing on my fitness for about over a year. And that has all been paid off. I've also met some brilliant like-minded people, helped fellow mudders beat the course, and that is what it's all about. This is the day that I'm going to remember for a long time, and despite quite a lot of downfalls, it really is a fantastic experience, and I'm again glad to be a part of it. So just to officially confirm, I will be doing this again next year. This time, I want to go for the Infinity Run. So the Infinity Run is basically just to see how many laps you can do within the 8-hour time limit. I'm actually eager, and I'm really looking forward to do this again next year. So it will be held at the same place. I might go to a different location, but if not, then I will probably just go back to the same place again, and hopefully it will be a way better event than this one anyway. But I'm saying it is bad at all, but I think some improvements could be doing. But one way or another, I will be doing this again, and I will actually go further. And hopefully I will conquer the courses I did not fully complete, so I'm coming back with vengeance. Also, as well as doing this for myself, earlier this year, I've also doing this for the two charities, which are for the Scottish Autism and the Chest, Heart and Stroke Scotland. I've made a decision that I will be donating £50 to each of those charities. And I know that this will help the charity so much and will continue to help make their lives a lot better and to fulfill their wishes of living better lives. Even though the event is over, it's not too late, so I put the link in the description there. So if you do want to donate to any of these charities or both, then please click on the link below, and it will really mean a lot to me. So again, no matter how small or big, it will make a massive difference to their lives, and and that's also another reason why I'm doing this anyway. So why I did this. And so that concludes the vlog. So all I gotta say is thank you for watching, and I really hope you do enjoy it. Maybe that could be the inspiration for you to take part, become part of the Mudder community. Let me know in the comments if you had attended and what you think, or if it's going to be your first time and you want to think of doing it, then just, leave it there. Anyway, so as I recorded this late, I'm trying to get a lot of clips together. and all the editing and stuff. I'm actually doing this late at night, so right now I'm going to sleep. And no, I did this anyway. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now. Thank you.